What's up, Turtle fans? I am the White Foot Soldier, and this is a review of the GameStop exclusive Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 movie figures by NECA. Now, these are the scaled down versions of the 1/4 scale NECA figures. These are the exact same figures from the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive of 2018, except they come in individual boxes. Now, these boxes are basically shrunk down versions of the 1/4 scale boxes. And these, like I said, can be found only at GameStop currently. And there are some differences between the San Diego Comic-Con figures and the GameStop figures. So rather than doing a full review, because I'm sure that you have seen the articulation and everything with these figures on other reviews, we are simply going to show off the box art and then discuss the differences between the San Diego figures and the GameStop exclusives. So let's first have a look at the box art itself. As I mentioned, it's a shrunk down version. These were $22.99 a piece from GameStop. And we can see the nice window packaging, the Turtles logo, the GameStop exclusive sticker on the bottom. These do have a spot at the top here, a plastic piece to hang on the pegs. So that's something different, obviously, compared to the bigger versions. And I think all the boxes are pretty much the same. I mean, if we turn it over, it's the same exact thing as the 1/4 scale figures. It just kind of has the figure posed and talks about the figures themselves. So they stand 6.5 inches tall. They feature 30 points of articulation. So I'll just kind of swing these around just so you can see the backs, just so we cover that. And Donatello. All right. So we'll break these open and then we'll talk about the differences between the two Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 90s figures by NECA. Okay, now that we have opened up the 4 turtles from their boxes, let's have a look at them. First thing I want to touch upon is something, unfortunately, that's diminished my excitement a bit. I was taking out the katanas for Leo and the one snapped in half. So it was very delicate. As you can see, it just completely snapped. So that was disappointing. And then if if you just have a look at the accessories, everything's looking the same, and oh, Mikey's missing something. My Mikey did not come with what it should have came with, the extra hand swaps. So Mikey missing hand swaps, Leo katana snapping in half. That is disappointing, unfortunately. The figures themselves look great. I mean, like I said, they're the same ones from San Diego Comic-Con. The skin tones are amazing. The facial expressions are great. One thing that I did want to show, though, and I know this has been commented upon some of the NECA releases in general for the Turtles. It's kind of hard to see because his eye's back in, but this eye on this side is actually so far kind of towards his nose area, I guess you'd say, that you can't really see the eye. So you just kind of see mainly the whites of the eye and not the pupil. So yeah, so I know that online some people have been able to fix those. I might have to look into that. And also I think it was, let me see, Raph's was like that too. So Raph's is kind of inward, and you can just kind of see a lot of the whites, and you can actually see, which this part's kind of cool. I don't know if it was by design, but you can actually see the green underneath the bandana through the eye hole. So I don't mind that part, but the eyeball I think could have been moved a little bit out to be able to see it better. So those were the kind of the main things that I noticed as far as some disappointments. Looking at the figures overall, like I said, they do look fantastic. Articulation's the same, so we won't run down through that. But the noticeable difference between these and the San Diego Comic-Cons are that they don't come with the pizza box, and they don't come with the TCRI ooze. So I'm sorry, TGRI for the for the movie. So they don't come with the ooze canister. And then one other thing that I noticed is if we turn Donatello around, we actually get, I guess you could call it a sheath as well for his bow staff. And we get the ties much like we did on the 1/4 scale. So I'm going to try to do this to where I don't you know, drop it through. So let me see if I can get this. So we just kind of slide this down, and I don't want to actually, whoop, nope, I didn't do it right. I'm gonna say actually it was pretty tight how it was, but now I have kind of bigger fingers, so that opened up. I'm actually not gonna mess with that, but you know, that could take some time. I love the idea, but the strings could be a little bit longer unless it actually just slides up through. So I'll mess with that and maybe post some pictures on my Instagram page, but that is a difference between the two. So I think that, like I said, if you just kind of slide that up through, but again, my fingers are kind of big, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that quickly in the video. But that's a cool feature that was added from the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives to now. Aside from that, I mean, all these accessories are the same. Each turtle comes with pizza, the hand swaps, which they're obviously supposed to come with, and their signature weapon, and the swappable bandana as well. Overall, I mean, for $22.99, I think these are it's a good price range for these figures. I'm not disappointed as far as you know, their appearance goes. Obviously a little disappointed that now I have to contact NECA, but I know NECA is a respectable company, so I anticipate them fulfilling my you know, the errors that occurred in here. So I don't anticipate any issues with that. I will update you if, you know, on all of that too, and can let you know how that goes. Let me know if you had any issues as well in the comments. Did you have any issues with some of the you know, the accessories or anything being a little delicate, or are you missing any pieces? I know sometimes that's common for a first run, so I'm not going to make a huge deal out of it, but obviously it is disappointing whenever you pay for a product and you don't get, you know, exactly what you paid for. So please leave your comments. Like I said, if I missed anything, I don't have the San Diego Comic-Con figures. I held off on those, and I'm glad that I did, because I was able to get these pretty easily. But if I did forget anything between the two that is different, please let me know. Yeah, so thank you again for watching, and please subscribe for more TMNT reviews.